Alright, now I want to show you some more advanced tips and tricks on posting comments to your personal Facebook page and your business page. Right now we're on the public facing business page for PAFP, and I've started to create a post. This, you can see it's set up as status, and I can actually type in text. So I can also add a photo and a video, which I had mentioned previously in a prior video, and an offer and event. Offer requires some products. It's an e-commerce thing that Facebook allows you to do. An event is actually sharing an event that you've created and putting it out for everyone to see if it's a public event. So I've started creating a post, and I am going to put a link into the post. So I already have one copied, and I am going to paste it in here. Now, in previous videos, I talked about when you create a status update with a link, that it will pull from that page any associated photos or maybe any associated text that happens to be there. Good example is this one here. It's pulling in a photo from time.com, swampland.time.com, and it's pulling in some of the article information here. Depending on how the website you're pulling from is set up, it'll actually just give you the page title and the link as well. So I could post this right now and it would go out instantaneous and my audience would see it. And I could also then click to boost pay and boost the post and pay so that it could go further out. You have to do that once you post it, actually. Now, these two icons over here, these are really important. This is add a location to your post. You could say where you're at as you're making this post. Is it super necessary to do? No. As a business page, we're always posting, 99% of the time we're posting from our office. When we are out at a live event, we will denote that we're out at a live event by the type of language that we put in here. And we'll also put a location post there as well. This other one is extremely important, and you'll probably find very efficient as to use for a physician. This is schedule. So I talked about this previously. To schedule a post, you can schedule it forwards and schedule it backwards. So you can schedule it to go further down in your timeline when it should have been posted earlier, or you can schedule to go forwards. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to post this for tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. And we're going to hit schedule. And what happens then is we get a notification that says your post will be scheduled Tuesday, December 3rd at 7:30 a.m. Now, you have two options here. You have three options. You could click schedule other posts, which if you had a series of posts back to back that you wanted to schedule, you could do it right here. You could view the activity log, which will show you all of your scheduled posts and when they're supposed to go out. You can just close the window. If you don't have any other posts that you want to put up at that time, you can just close it here or here. I want to show you what the activity log looks like. So we're going to view the activity log, and this is showing all the posts that were made previously this day of this video and my scheduled posts, and it'll tell you when they're going to be going out and if it's public, private, only me. And I could then choose to change the time or publish now. So if I decided to think that maybe 7:30 is a little too early, let me change it to 8:30. I could reschedule, and then what happens then is once the page refreshes, the time here will also change. So let me refresh the page, and as you can see, the time has changed. Putting a bunch of posts in your scheduling, into your buffer, so to speak, allows you as a physician to create a bunch of content that can be scheduled to go out throughout the day without you actually needing to do it physically at that time. So a good best practice that I have found that I've talked with other physicians is that they will log into Facebook in the morning and they'll find some good content that they want to share, or they'll write up a few posts about what might be going on with their practice, or some tips for the general population around them. And they'll schedule a whole bunch out, 3, 4, even up to 8 I've seen with some physicians who post stuff a day. And it takes a lot of the legwork out throughout the day. It requires more upfront attention, but it doesn't require all day attention. That might be one method that you might look into if you're going to create content and post it to your business page. Now, for a personal page, you can also do the same thing. And in fact, you actually have more options when it comes to a personal page. So let me show you how that looks. Let me go to my personal page, and I am on the front. I am looking at what everyone else can see, and I can write a status update here. Same thing, I could add a photo if I wanted to, create a photo album, put a video in. I can mark a place where I was at, or a life event. The idea with Facebook being very individually focused on a person's events, blogging their entire life, you could change family relationships, work, education. You can put all that information into an actual status update. I'm going to keep it status update, and you're going to see that I have a lot more options below, so that I can post different things. So this first one is friends. I can tag people in my post. So I could say, hey, I was hanging out with Cortland, and his name will show up in blue, and people will be able to click on his name and go to his profile if it's public. I also have a scheduling feature for the personal pages as well, and this one works a little bit differently, and it also depends on your browser, but you can backdate and forward date pretty far in advance, but this one requires you to choose all your times. So you can even choose down to the minute. So you could do that for scheduling for a personal post. The next one is the location pin. You can denote a location. Some people like to check in using this this feature. If they're on vacation, they like to put a pin and say, hey, I was at this place. For physicians, is it necessary to do that for business pages? It depends on how you're using it. Is it necessary for your personal posts to go out to friends and family? It's not really, but it's kind of fun. You can have people track where you have been and different vacations you had. That's the pro side. The con side to it is if you have a public profile and people can see all the places you have been, and they're following that you're on vacation in Bermuda, and they happen to see your posting, and that kind of sends a red flag out to everybody, hey, you're not home. That's something to think about. So that is location. Here I can choose a file to upload, a photo, video, maybe even a text document. And then this last thing here is say what you're doing. Just kind of an throwback to old instant messengers, so that you could set up emoticons. That's what these images are. Not really practical in a lot of respects. It's something that business pages won't allow you to do, and you'll see it used on other social media sites as well. Its practicality is something that depends on who your audience is. If you are sharing information with just friends and family and you want to be fun, that's kind of fun there. But again, you want to make sure that your content you're putting in here is the most important. So, and you can also change, like I said before, your the status of your posts. If they're going out to be public, friends only, friends except acquaintances, only you, or custom. You can change your privacy settings on each individual post.